And what is your beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
Welcome to Movie Madness Entertainment. I'm Max, your host, one of the most unbiased, the most unbiased and brutally honest YouTubers on here, talking about Star Wars. Star Wars is back, everyone. It's all true. All of it. All of it's true. Everything's coming. All the Star Wars are coming to theaters. Everything's back in development, except Rian Johnson's trilogy that didn't get it outlined. I see my pal Degrassi in the chat saying this is a rerun. What the hell is what is this? The real RJ loves two things: Superman guns, Superman, and boobies. Okay. Yeah, a rerun. No, this isn't a rerun. They are preparing for, I want people to understand that the superhero season, this Fantastic Four, I think, is the last superhero movie out this year. We're now getting into close to fourth quarter of the year. In the promotion for Star Wars, the Mandalorian GROGU is going to start. And part of that is the typical everything's back, everything's still being worked on. So I did not expect them to go with the Taika Waititi story again. Hopefully the Rey movie is accurate. I think that's the most likely. I mean, they all could happen. It's just now they're going to be pumping. There's not Marvel at the theater this year during the holiday. Does that mean I still win though if it gets 550 million, right? You still have to wear the red underwear. We'll see. There's still, I also have a topic. I'm going to make a banner for this. I don't even know who's coming on tonight. It might just be me, might be doing the mailbag. Let me see. There's a few topics I wanted to cover. 575 million. So if it gets 576 million, I win. Is that what? I don't know. It's going to be close either way. Let me send you a link, Sean, if you're available. I don't know. You haven't been on in a while. Listen, I hope that we get all the Star Wars that they're promising, but it really feels like the typical promotion. We're going to do all these projects, go see our movie. It really, really just depends on how successful Mandalorian GROGU is. Although it has a better chance of success now because it doesn't have to compete with Marvel. And I think Lucasfilm kind of used Endgame, Infinity War, and Endgame as an excuse for the underperforming Solo. And then Rise of Skywalker slipped. People say it still made $1 billion, but it was significantly less than The Force Awakens. But nothing would make me happier for Star Wars to be back in the theater and be a success. I'm not convinced that it's going to be a big success, though. Okay, sure, Sean. I sent it to your email. And I hope everyone's doing well. I hope I didn't miss anything, any movie news or anything during the weekend. I was exhausted Sunday, so I just sat it out. And then yesterday, I just slept all night after work. I got back to exercising. Hey, Sean, how's it going?
It's going. Life is good.
That's great. That's
Consider-
great. Huh?
Considering all the crap I've got going on in my life.
Yes. Yeah. I hope you and the family are doing well.
No, that's good. You know, we launched our GoFundMe yesterday and we've raised $19,000 in one day.
Wow. Can you put a link in the private chat so I could put it for people?
Yeah, I could
if
do
you're
that.
interested.
Sure, I could do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great. Sean is here. Since Sean is here, I'll make a quick topic about Superman.
Will I wear the underwear?
No. And does it matter? Hold on. I'm a little rusty today. I was almost not going to stream again. I was like, no, I got to get back to streaming. The channel was doing good. And
yeah, I'm glad you're doing it.
Did Superman beat Man of Steel domestic numbers? Because that's what we've been hearing, and doesn't matter.
I'll say this: it doesn't matter. But I will say that 2013 ticket prices are different than 2025 ticket prices, and if you go just based on the ticket sales, Man of Steel had more foot traffic, more people watched it than this movie.
Yeah.
So the question you have to ask yourself is, did it bring more people to the theater? Did it strengthen the fan base? And I just don't believe it did.
I've consistently said it's not a slam dunk. It's not a failure. And I don't even know. There's a way to frame the numbers where Man of Steel looks slightly better than Superman. Superman looks slightly better than Man of Steel. They're pretty close, really. It's not a slam dunk either. So this is why I'm not a fanboy anymore. Fanboys use this to frame their narratives on either side to make things
right.
Either way, it's comparable to Man of Steel to me. Like,
here's the question you have to ask yourself. Like, if it makes about the same money, it's like, don't you think that almost a decade later, or 2013 to 2025, don't you think it should do better?
I do, but
yeah, and it's not.
The superhero genre itself has beat itself into the ground for just above average movies. Great superhero movies
I agree.
do well. So it is a different environment. As much as people like to give cope and excuses for projects now, like, oh, it's completely different, it didn't need to do this. I will say, I do not act like a fanboy, Isaac. I am I am disconnected from all these fanboy wars. I don't care anymore. And it's going to help me be more objective in my content. But I say this, even if it was slightly less than Man of Steel, it doesn't matter, because what's happening right now, and I'm very shocked by this, is it seems to be doing better than Fantastic Four right now. I'm really curious as how Fantastic Four is going to do the second weekend. I thought Fantastic Four was going to blow it out of the water. The super fantastic everyone was trying to push on the people is not happening.
Fantastic Four is probably going to drop 60+% next weekend, but so is Man of Steel, or so is Superman. Superman's in single digits right now.
Yeah, but if Warner, if they try to go hard on James Gunn at Warner Brothers, the executives there, really all we really need to do is say, yeah, it beat Fantastic Four, and that's a win for them. And honestly, if you really go think about BVS, look at Grace Randolph's coverage of this. Feige really does sometimes pick projects to compete. So when he found out they were doing Batman v Superman, he did Civil War, Captain America versus Iron Man type of thing, two heroes clashing, some similar type of content. And that did, besides the backlash, that really did undercut what DC was doing at the time. And now it seems like DC is weathering the storm. I thought it was going to dunk more on Superman, but it's not happening.
All right, and this is where because we don't have access to streaming numbers, right? We don't. Those are trade secrets. They're not telling people. They only tell people these made up numbers. We don't know really what's streaming. Peacemaker's not a hit. Neither is the cartoon. What's the stupid cartoon they did?
Creature Commandos, I don't think was a hit at all.
It wasn't a hit.
My friends like Joe, Crazy Joe, that might be the real RJ in the chat.
No.
He seems to say, I don't know where are you getting these numbers. I'm like, I don't hear anyone talk about that. I mean, I don't have all the specific numbers in my head. It just is not being talked about a lot at all anywhere.
Well, let me give you a little bit of history, okay? When I was working on Swamp Thing, and my wife was a producer's assistant on Swamp Thing. We were both working on Swamp Thing, the series that got canceled. They had launched the DC Universe app. Remember the DC Universe app?
I had it, yeah.
Okay, you had it. They were spending, I think they spent $84 million making the 10 episodes or whatever. It was originally supposed to be 14, 15. They cut it down to 10, rewrote the last couple of episodes. They only had, when you hear numbers of subscribers, Disney Plus has 150 million. The HBO Max has 125 million, 150 million. That DC Universe app had 160,000 subscribers. They had Titans in production at 4 million an episode. They had Stargirl in production at 3 million an episode. They had Swamp Thing in production. They were spending so much money, and only 160,000 hardcore fans signed up for that app.
It wasn't promoted well, or it didn't seem like a value. Yeah.
And what happened was, because that tanked and they thought they were going to be like Netflix with that app, they ended up folding that into what we have today. And what I'm trying to tell people is, you may have 150 million people subscribe to HBO Max, but they're all not DC fans. Okay. So if you've got people literally subscribe to HBO Max just because they want to watch Friends, because all the seasons of Friends are on there, or you got people that want Game of Thrones, or people that want Sopranos, and the people aren't clamoring for DC content on that platform. They're not. And if
Batman,
the DC,
yes, but that Batman goes beyond
but
DC.
there's no Batman right now. It's over. Batman haven't put out a movie in years, right? So, and my point is, if you had only 160,000 hardcore people that signed up for that DC Universe app, and let's say they were all allowed to roll over into HBO Max at the time, and they gave them all a free year, didn't they? Did they do a deal like that with you when they got rid of that app? They were supposed to have given a deal to everybody. So everybody had HBO Max for a year because they were like, well, this didn't work. So my only point is I do not believe anything coming out of HBO Max's or Zaslav or any about the numbers of DC fans. And point of fact, nobody showed up for any of the last 5 DC films. They all tanked at the box office. People don't care about the DC property.
Well,
they don't.
You know, I know there's a lot of fandom wars within DC, and keep that shit out of here. I don't want to even get involved with it anymore. But they have divided their decision making, regardless of what they have divided their own fans and put each other's in groups of which thing they like. They haven't handled the legacy of their actor talent or anything at all.
No, I agree. But beyond that, Shazam 2, Wonder Woman 1984, all these movies it didn't matter that they didn't announce that, up until Black Adam, everyone thought Henry Cavill was coming back. They thought that universe was going to keep going. Nobody showed up for any of those movies. They all tanked the box office.
Well, they don't have any. I believe it's because the fans don't have confidence they're going to finish anything or fault. They just show no confidence.
I believe that the unlike Marvel, the DC fandom is very niche. It's small. It's fucking small. That's what I'm trying to say. And I don't believe it's going to fix it going down the road, because again, Peacemaker is all about fart jokes and third grade humor. It's the same thing that they put, Superman is Peacemaker light.
What I'm trying to
tell you is
this is where I disagree with you, Sean, because it is, but that's what's popular right now.
No. Popular with who?
The younger generations, the ones that the demographics.
It's not there. It's not there. It's only in your mind.
Okay.
You can't prove that.
All right.
You can't quantitatively prove that.
I do think even
That's
though
an
I
assumption.
Like okay. Probably. Yeah. I do think even though I like Fantastic Four better, which I don't think you like that one either.
I was disappointed.
Superman,
I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was good, but it wasn't great.
I think Superman's a more fun watch to like just have fun with, not take it seriously. That's the only way I could enjoy it.
Not take it seriously.
Yeah, no, right. As a Superman movie, it's my least favorite.
Yeah.
No, I like it better. I like it better than Superman Returns. Superman Returns is boring, even though
Yeah,
the action sequences in there.
But my point is your perception of it's silly. It's just, I take it that is the perception of this movie. It's not going to have legacy.
It's not as timeless.
It's not going to have legacy legs. It's not going to be, you're not going to look back on that and go, oh, that's just as memorable as Christopher Reeve. It's not.
Right.
It's garbage. Like,
hey, Anthony's here. I wanted to get to Vince's comment here. Creature Commandos was great. Are all y'all fans of anything? Do just go online and talk box office at XYZ isn't hit. Vince, fair enough. And I love you, Vince. Thanks for stopping by. But if you think about even people that like Creature Commandos, no one was talking about that. Barely anyone was talking about it after it aired.
And they spent $5 million per episode
Superman
on Creature Commandos.
We at least talked about Peacemaker for a while. Everyone just, Anthony's here. Anthony, did you care much about Creature Commandos after it launched? Didn't seem to make
it was just very weak writing by James Gunn. It's just hopefully with the second season he's not involved with that. They brought brand new writers for that. Thank you. But like there was only
so big.
There was only 2 episodes I like in that show, and that's it. Other than that, like it wasn't good. And that you could tell that was like James Gunn, like he was burnt by that. But on that, hopefully the second season is better in that show whenever it drops. Okay. It just wasn't a good product. But I enjoyed Superman. That was that was good. But other than that, like Creature Commando was like, okay, it's whatever.
Hey,
because Creature Commando was supposed to be a DCEU project.
Yeah. Samir member for
put on the DCEU. Yeah.
Remember for 27 months says, oh, look, Sean giving more nonsensical takes on Gunn and DC Studios. Hey, look, Samir, Sean is respected on YouTube. He just comes to he doesn't like to sit in a bubble, and he goes to where people. There's not a lot of people that you look at his videos. Some of your review blew up. I think it did really good. So there's something there if people were watching his review.
And the analytics on that video that has 39,000 views, 90% agree. It's 90% thumbs up. It's like, so if 39,000 people watch the video and it was this and the watch time, because that was a long video, dude, it's almost to the end on the watch time. Mm-hmm. But people were agreeing with me on that. But then you
but you go outside your bubble to talk to people, and you don't, but they weren't just Snyder Bros on your comments, were they?
No, there were a lot of normies on my page going, I don't know what I just walked out of. There were a lot of normies. But but then when you look at the Fantastic Four review, it only got 1,600 views, and everybody was like this on it. They didn't like my views on Fantastic Four, and I don't think I was hard on Fantastic Four. I just said it was good. It wasn't great. My buddy was sitting next to me, fell asleep in the second act. Had to do like that. Wake him up. Fell asleep.
Yeah. Joe says, what do we have here? Another Kathy Sucks bitch fest. I will say to you, Joe, we are now in the Mandalorian and Grogu beginning promotion phase. Superheroes, the last one debuted last week. George Lucas was at Comic-Con for a monumental moment where he's announcing his museum, the first time he's at Comic-Con, and they are starting to promote this. And I'm just letting you know, I'm not bitching on Kathy, but I've seen this play before and this is why I say it would be better if she left and someone fresh came in, because you get a fresh slate of announcements. So what you're hearing now is a bunch of PR that everything is still happening. So in case Mandalorian Grogu is a success, it greases the wheels for other projects. But they're like, the Taika Waititi's still happening. Ray's going to go into production. Based on their track record, not just my opinion, the track record of getting projects started that they announced that are more on the Kathy end than the Favreau Filoni end, because there is a differential there. Half the time with Kathy announces that it gets done. Majority of the time with Filoni and Favreau are really involved in either the TV series or the movie it gets done. So the main job they're doing now is, this is why you're hearing all the news come out at the same time. Taika Waititi's talking about his project that no one talked about, everyone thought was done. The Ray movie's going to go into production at the end of 2026. So I hope it does. Except
because I've been saying for years, Taika Waititi's movie is Rebels. Filoni needed to establish all the characters and did so throughout Ahsoka. Then he's going to hand the characters over to Taika to do the Rebels feature film. I've been saying this for years, and there's a lot of naysayers out there and people that's what's happening. That's what's happening. He when he first got it in his hands to do it, when it went into development, that's when Filoni was like, oh, wait a second. I want to do Ahsoka, and I can bring in these characters and I can play with them and get them established in the live action canon. And then you can go do your movie with them. That's what's going down.
Well, the only one I hope doesn't, I would even like Ryan Johnson to come back before Taika Waititi, because I think
he's never coming back.
If you talk about like jokey jokes, that's Taika Waititi to me even more than Gunn. Gunn is a lot more watchable than Taika Waititi when he does the same thing.
But the Taika Waititi jokey jokes, if you will, play better with the Star Wars Rebels characters than it would anything else, because it would be more like Guardians of the Galaxy because of how Chopper plays off this, that, and the other and everybody, and that it's a different dynamic. It's more of a Guardians of the Galaxy dynamic, which plays to those jokey jokes. But if you were to say you're going to give Taika Waititi like a Darth Vader standalone film, I'd be like, whoa, wrong guy. But Rebels works perfectly.
Yeah. So I can't tell if this is RJ or Joe.
I have no clue who is that person.
Okay. Callie, get over here. I don't need you barking. But Donovan says, when this film was announced, nothing of Rebels was even mentioned or leaked out.
Of course it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it is. Oh my God. And
Callie.
And I've been saying this before when I talked about the deep fake stuff. I was contacted by Shamuk, the guy who was hired by Lucasfilm. We talked in private DMs, and he told me, Sean, you were right about your video when they talked about Indiana Jones doing the de-aging, and that Han, Luke, and Leia were going to come back at some point. And don't be surprised if they don't show up in The Mandalorian and Grogu. And it's what I was telling people. Literally, when the guy who helped do the deep fake of Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones hit me up in a private message, and he told me that, and I have all the screen grabs. It's like, yeah, because I was right.
Well,
anyway,
I mean, the Tiger and Sean Levy thing, those are rumors. They haven't been confirmed yet.
Well, let's see what they say. They say Star Wars, Taika Waititi, and Sean Levy's movies get exciting.
Yeah, these are rumors. It hasn't been confirmed by any of the trades whatsoever.
No, but there's a reason you go.
Sean Levy and
no,
Sean
I'm
Levy.
talking about this update. I'm not talking about the Sean. I'm talking about this update's a rumor. Now I'm not talking about them Star Wars movie.
Okay.
I'm talking about this rumor. Saw it online the other day. I was like,
This is what happens after the news comes in cycles. Lucasfilm is starting to want to get early free promotion for what's happening with Lucasfilm and Star Wars next. They most likely are working with these outlets to push this stuff about what's happening after Mandalorian and Grogu. And Sean Levy.
I don't know about small.
They're trying to build back confidence that you're going to see Star Wars at the theaters all the time too, especially since Marvel slowed down. That's another reason they wanted to promote this, but it might not everything might not happen. They really want to see what happens with this box office. I'm sure they're very curious. Is it going up against Avatar in December
No.
this year?
No.
When does Avatar come out?
December. No. Mandalorian GROGU is coming out next year in May.
Oh, it's not coming out till May?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like 9 months from now.
All right, so they're not going to go up against that
No.
Avatar is this December then. Okay.
Avatar is
All right,
December.
So the project was announced nearly 4 months ago. Sean Levy's upcoming Star Wars Starfighter has finally received a new update, along with Taika Waititi's long in development Star Wars project, which I did not see that coming. Them trying to say that this is still happening. I guess it's possible.
They had to wait for Ahsoka season 2 to finish, and they're not
Mhm.
going to do Ahsoka season 3 because they're going to do the damn movie.
Rebels movie. Okay. I mean, if it follows the pattern of Mandalorian and then movie, that's something that they would want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get back here. After 5 years since it was first revealed, Waititi's Star Wars project has finally received a working title. That means it's really moving along if it has a working title. According to a new report by Nexus Point News, the movie has reportedly been given the working title of Cosmic Doom and will be made under the production name of Ghost Truck 6. What?
What's the name of the ship they fly?
Not
In-
that.
In
I
Star
forget.
Wars Rebels.
I forget what it's called.
It's called the Ghost.
Oh, the Ghost. Yes. Let me put her away because she is driving me insane.
This is eating Donovan up right now. Ghost Truck 6. Think about it. Telling you, it's Star Wars Rebels. That's what's going to go down. This is it. Taika's film. It's perfect for him. He'll have the Thor Love and Thunder kind of comedy in there. Maybe it won't be as over the top as the goats screaming.
I mean, I don't know if it has some. I think it probably will have a little. I think it will have Thor rock comedy, not Love and Thunder. Love and Thunder was way over the top for that.
Okay, Thor Ragnarok. Okay, I'll go with you with that. With the comedy,
I think that type of humor better works because
Okay.
I think he has
So-
to realize that it failed last time, so he just has to go back to his previous Thor 1, Thor 3, to Thor 2.
So your comment there, it does seem I'm really starting to believe what Sean said about this being a Rebels movie because the strategy before was make movies and do spin-off TV shows or something.
That's right.
Now they're limiting Disney Plus shows. So to see the finale, you got to go to the theater for Mandalorian and Grogu. So
Yep.
if they follow the same pattern and Mandalorian and Grogu is a success, they will do Ahsoka and do a Rebels movie, and then that'll be probably against Thrawn, right?
Well, we'll have to wait and see if Thrawn survives season 2, which I think he will.
Yeah,
he has to. He's the big bad of Dave Filoni movie. Yeah, he's the big bad of Dave movie.
Why wouldn't you, Joe? Why wouldn't you believe that if they were talking about Filoni and Carrie Beck handling more stuff for Kathy? And I'm not saying Kathy's gone, but why wouldn't you believe that? That's directly his projects. They're building up Thrawn. Mandalorian Grogu, that is in the Mandalorian, they had Thrawn. That was introduced with Filoni. Why wouldn't it be Rebels? I'm not saying it definitely is, but go.
Look, if you think about Ahsoka was beta testing some of the tech, right? So, we see Chopper, we see all these characters. What's the name of the creature that was the original version of Chewbacca that they turned into, or McQuarrie painting that was turned into? What's that creature's name? I can't remember, but he's the one that was in the canteen. They showed him in the canteen in the one shot that Filoni directed for the Mandalorian. Well, my point is they were testing the tech. Can they do it? Can they pull off that character? And because if they weren't going to be able to do it, they weren't going to move forward with it. And that's why they kept sprinkling in these characters until they can form the band, and then it's on. I think Taika's going to do a great job with Rebels.
So Joe, you're saying Ahsoka barely got a second season. Season 2 is in doubt. They ain't putting that on the big screen. Why would they build up Thrawn if they weren't, Joe? There were articles that were made when Kathy spoke to them, like Vanity Fair and stuff, how they were trying to build up this connected thing with Rebels, Thrawn, Mandalorian. It might all link together, you know? Why wouldn't they? It's not, remains to be seen, Perp, if it's alive and well. It's in the theater soon. They're going to promote Mandalorian and Grogu. I don't think, have they released a trailer publicly yet, or was that only at Comic-Con?
I think that was only at Comic-Con, and
Yeah.
that test footage looked pretty cool. I mean, it still had the Disney Plus feeling to it, though. So I'm because it's not being shot on 35, it doesn't have that cinematic feel. Maybe they'll fix that before the movie is released, give it a little film grain or something. But yeah, man, I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be cool to see Han, Luke, and Leia. I'm excited.
I mean, personally, I don't need to see no CG out. No, I'm like, please, bro. Like backlash you will get on social media, like I'm not trying to see no in theaters and go and see Star Wars with CGI face and other people's faces. Like I'm sick of that now.
Well, they want to give
she keeps sparking.
They want to give the fans that one moment that they were robbed of with the sequel trilogy of getting the gang back together for one scene. They're not going to be throughout the film. It wouldn't be called Mandalorian and Grogu then. It would be called something else.
Yeah, they released the trailer at a Comic-Con or something.
I thought it was D20. Was it D23?
Yeah.
Or no. It was Star Wars Celebration. I think it was the last one that just happened in Japan.
Yeah.
I think that's when they showed the footage.
Star Wars is thriving. That's why you haven't had a movie in 6 years. Joe, this is the kind of fanboy talking point. Like, thank God fans were robbed out in the sequel trilogy. That would have been fan service. You don't write a story and serve one scene. You could make it work without being just a fan. Yeah, we don't want a scene that's only fan service, Joe. No one said that. If they just did it, it was just for that, and there was no point to it, that would have been cheesy. But not to get them together? Are you saying there's no plot point that could have made a really good story point to get them back all together in the same room? I think you're missing the plot if you think that. If there's no story point that a writer can't think of to put Han, Luke, and Leia in the same room. Yeah, if it was just a little bit of like a minute scene and there was no point to it just to get them together, that would have been lame.
Yeah, that would have been lame.
Yeah, but no one are you suggesting that, Sean?
No, I'm not suggesting that. No.
No, even if with writers should be able to write something to put these classic characters back together. And I do think it was a miss. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was absolutely a miss.
Yeah. Hey, Belle Reeve, how's it going?
Even Mark Hamill has said it in interviews. Yeah. We missed an opportunity to get the band back together. That's like his quote, Mark Hamill. He knew what the story needed.
I think you're being childish, Joe, if you just say your opinion's always right. You know who else does that? The president.
No, you know who else does that? Donovan.
Yeah. I think nuanced adults can accept other people's opinions without just saying, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Donovan's not a nuanced adult, though.
I agree with you if it would have just been done.
His mother's a Trump supporter, so like, oh, my bad.
Anthony, don't be doing all that.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, some might say the same about you, Joe. All right, so let's get back to this. I do think it could be Rebels, but I honestly just don't think a Taika movie is going to happen. Honestly, we'll see what his next project is. He's probably going to work on something else. His projects have not been a hit lately after Love and Thunder. They've been slowly declining in box office and relevancy. And I do think Gunn has more tools at his disposal than Waititi. Taika Waititi, I think, is a one note director.
Yeah, but the one note he strikes is, it's like a James Gunn one note director.
I think James Gunn's a little bit more relevant and has a little more variety in his toolbox.
Really?
Than Taika, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
It's just jokey joke stuff. That's all he does.
I am excited about the Levi Starfighter. The studio is planning to start its production September in London and will most likely last until December. Prior to its official title reveal, the project originally had the working title
Joe, what are you
Kybermist.
talking about, Joe? Like, bro, he's not even bashing Kathy. Oh my god.
No.
Also, that's we now need to bring up that situation from other people, please.
Yeah.
I don't be surprised if Kathleen Kennedy gets a contract extension.
Well,
I would be surprised. She doesn't need an extension. She doesn't need an extension the way it's with Filoni and Carrie Beck, and she could stay on as producer.
I don't know.
She doesn't really
I don't know.
To be fair, like she said, like she's gonna produce both. Like she's gonna do, like she did Twistlers last year with Glenn Powell, but like, and that made money for Universal. So like,
I mean, she, like Spielberg, recently said she's never going to retire. She's going to make movies till she can't make them
and
anymore.
also she's producing Steven Spielberg next movie as well. So like like she's doing good for herself. And hopefully that's a good movie.
I did watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and it sucked.
Oh, Max is not gonna, bro. I'm pretty sure if Max ever go to Kathy, he will just.
Don't even address that. You're being an antagonist today, Joe. You want me to bring up something else that's going on that I refuse. Don't bring shit to my house. I'm not even commenting on all that.
Yeah. So
there was a moment in time where I would have loved to ask Kathy a question or something, but I probably would have chickened out.
Oh, I would still sit down with Kathleen Kennedy, and there's so much to talk about.
She will give you like a 3-hour TED talk of movies, bro. Like man, if I ever get to meet her, I will ask her a lot of questions as well.
Anthony, how am I a Snyder bro?
Both
the Rebel Moons films sucked. I didn't watch any of his zombie movies. I thought The Watchmen was forgettable. What else has he done? What else has Zack Snyder? 300? Yeah, okay. Other than the scene where he kicks the guy into the well and goes, "I am Sparta." That's all I remember from that stupid movie, and the guy with the chain from his nose. All of his movies suck. Man of Steel was good. Batman vs Superman was and his version of Justice League was better than the bastardized version that they put out with Joss Whedon. Am I a Snyder bro? No.
Yes.
Because I literally hate all his other movies. Like, what is... I thought if you're a Snyder bro, you have to be like every one of his movies.
Yeah.
That'll be a good clip. Yeah. I'm not a Snyder bro. That's the stupidest thing ever.
You have to be one or the other. You can't have nuanced takes. You can't,
Yeah.
I wanted to go over this. This is talking about Mandalorian Grogu, the movie. Are you looking forward to it, Sean and Anthony?
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, of course. We probably. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a trailer with Avatar 3. I would not be surprised at that. December makes sense for trailer for it.
It totally makes sense. I agree with Anthony 100%.
Or at the Super Bowl, a month after. Yeah, like around there. But yeah,
because Disney's got the money to pay the $6 million for the ad during the Super Bowl. Warner Brothers didn't have the money.
Yep.
So
that's why they did the Puppy Bowl on Discovery.
I mean, Superman is doing well. It's not doing well.
I
think it's doing well enough.
It's not doing well.
It's doing good for them.
Is it doing well enough to announce all these projects? I don't think so. But
half of what James Gunn announced, they've already pulled off the table.
Which people got mad at me when I said that at the beginning. I'm like, all the slate's not going to happen.
It's like Kathleen Kennedy. They announce all this stuff and nothing ever comes out.
He admits when stuff falls through.
Yeah, like one thing I
She
like
does
about
not. She says
I
everyone's
do
still too
one thing
busy,
about
even though there wasn't even an outline for Ryan
one thing
Johnson's
about
film.
James Gunn. At least he's honest of what projects didn't work and what projects don't work. Like, oh yeah, if it doesn't work, yeah, I'm gonna move you to the next project. Is that simple?
Okay, I'm going to have a moment with Isaac here. Isaac, I've been ignoring your negativity, but if you say things like that, I might have to put you in a timeout.
Okay, that is crazy, bro. That's crazy.
You're really aggressive towards me, bro.
That's crazy.
And I like you. Please don't be.
I actually think I'd love to have a shock collar on Max, but I'd also like to have a gag ball in his mouth too, like the gimp. I think that'd be fun.
No. That's a little extreme, Isaac. Chill out, bro.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
He's getting crazy. Yeah. Okay. Donovan would love a shock collar on me.
Yeah.
He totally would.
All right. So Mandalorian season 3 was the show's most heavily criticized yet, with audiences disappointed with Din and Grogu's off-show reunion, the lack of focus on the relationship, and out-of-place episodes like The Convert and Guns for Hire. One Mandalorian star has assured fans that the Mandalorian Grogu will be getting back to what matters most. In an interview with Rebel Force Radio, Brendan Wayne, one of the 3 actors who have brought our favorite Mandalorian bounty hunter Din Djarin to life on screen, explained that Mandalorian Grogu will revisit the Star Wars sub-franchise's all-important roots. I think we go to the storytelling originally that we love with Mando. We're with the kid and Mando quite a bit, and their journey is forefront. The Mandalorian Grogu has returned to the balance of season 1 and 2. Is that over though? Oh, you think that's good? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's good.
Yeah. People love season 1 and 2. People didn't like season 3. Season 3 just didn't have a good. It was just, you could tell they rushed season 3 out for no reason.
It's also like they gave him a band. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like if you watch Arrow season 1 and 2, awesome. He was killing people. He was by himself. He was a loner. The minute they gave him a team, the show just kind of went.
Yeah.
And every time Jack Reacher, I don't know if you've seen Reacher. First season was great, Jack. Then they gave him.
I love the third one, the new one.
No, but the season 2 they gave him a team. He had all his buddies from the military all showed up.
But then season 3 then came back to season 1, which was good.
Right, so because they had to correct the mistake of, they probably saw the ratings go down. The minute you give the lead actor a team, it's going to fall flat. You have to stick with the original formula. It's like Knight Rider when they rebooted it and they brought back then it was a Mustang and they brought back Michael Knight's son and they had Val Kilmer doing the voice of the car. It lasted 1 season because they gave him a full team. There were 5 or 6 characters. It wasn't just like the car and Michael Knight and Devin. It was like a team of like 8 people, and you had all these sub stories, and it just didn't work. You needed that lone wolf, just like this. This is basically Knight Rider and the car and Michael Knight. This is Mandalorian and Yoda, Baby Yoda. This is Grogu. This is you need that dynamic. You start straying from the formula, you're gonna screw it all up. Except for the scene when they bring in Han, Luke, and Leia, because that's going to help in the climactic part of the film.
Well, I hope this is a success. I feel you're getting all that stuff. Like everything's still happening.
It doesn't really have it doesn't have a high budget. Like it's probably going to have the same budget as the TV show, which was 125.
No, I think they're spending 180 on this movie
because 180 to 60, whatever. Yeah,
they got approved for $53 million in California state credit. So basically, they're only going to spend 120, and or 125, and they're going to get 53 million. So, so their budget will be 185, but they're on the hook for 120.
It's just not bad. Like it only needs to make 500, 600 million to break. Well, 500 to make a profit and stop. Like that's good. Oh Lord.
I want to talk. I want to hold on, Anthony, before I set this up. So everyone is very curious to what's going to happen next for James Gunn and his universe. I do think they're still moving forward, even if Sean thinks that Superman's not super successful. I think they're still going to try to move forward. It's not like they're stalled. It's not like it's stalled and stopped in its tracks. It wasn't that much of a disaster that they're like, oh, we can't do anything anymore, which was possible. People wouldn't maybe didn't show up. So a lot of these projects, we're talking about Batman, Wonder Woman, Teen Titans actually is kind of on ice now too, and it's focused on Wonder Woman. People are going to say that's James Gunn. That James Gunn came to that organically. James Gunn's in charge. His contract, he can do whatever he wants. I say yes, he can agree to it, but I think the upper people at Warner Brothers are always going to ask for the bigs instead of the side characters. So I think that's why the pivot has gone back to Wonder Woman, Batman. We've been consistently talking about who's going to be the DCU Batman. People want Pattinson, and this is the name that consistently comes up. So I want to discuss this. Anthony, you sound like you were immediately skeptical, so we can get to you first. Brandon Sklenar, I think he's.
Do you see his post on Instagram?
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. I do think it's a big clue. I do think it's a big clue.
I don't think it's for Batman. I think he's doing a movie.
He said it's for one of his biggest yet.
No,
one of his biggest yet.
They're not casting for Batman yet.
You don't know that.
Let me take. Look. They cast Supergirl before the movie was even made, and a director was hired. So the idea that they're not casting Batman or looking is it's kind of silly. I will say this:
the fact of him being cryptic too, Anthony, is a big clue. Like, why can't he just say it? Why can't he just say what he's getting ripped for?
I don't see it.
Show the picture.
Yeah. I want to set this up more though before I show.
Yeah,
the
set it
here. So Brandon Sklenar's new ripped look has fans convinced he's gearing up to play Batman in James Gunn's DCU. Just so you guys know, if he was cast as Batman, he does have to get in shape now. He has to get really ripped now if he's doing it, just like Corn Sweat. Corn Sweat, all of a sudden, when he was being rumored, was starting to get pumped, if you remember.
It took 4 months for Corn Sweat to put the weight on.
Yeah. Isaac thinks this is a fake rumor. I will tell you this, Isaac, on a lot of the top roles, he's consistently mentioned this actor across the board since Yellowstone or whatever, and some other projects he's been in, some other movies. Okay, so
I watched an interview with him just today where he was on the press junket for the movie he did with Blake Lively, the Justin Baldoni thing. I guess he said he's been a Batman fan since he was a kid. Those are the only comics he ever read growing up. And Christian Bale is his favorite Batman, and he would die to do the role.
Yeah. I actually
so he's out there lobbying himself.
It's a rumor, Isaac. It's a rumor. People are thinking it. The reason people are thinking it is because he says, or I guess his one of his trainers says, training one of my best friends for his biggest role yet has been an effing blast. Now, what would be his biggest role yet that he still has to keep quiet? It's probably something in these IP universes.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right. So, yes, no one has specifically said it. He's been on the press tour, and that is intentional a lot of times when talent does this. I always wanted to play that role before they're cast because that's extra press, free press. Are they Batman?
Right.
Are they? Remember when Rachel Brosnahan was doing interviews on like The View and stuff before she could say she was Lois? And she's like, I can't say anything, but I would love to do that. It's the same template. It's, it gets people's minds. It's easy marketing. And then you get the announcement twice because you get, the rumor comes out first. People start thinking, would he be a good Batman?
Well,
and then you get the official announcement.
And then if you saw in the comments section of this Instagram post, everybody was going Batman, 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 putting up Batman GIFs and all that kind of stuff, and or GIFs. And what was the trainer doing? He was hearting all the ones that said Batman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And they sometimes agents do this during when it's getting really close to negotiations to negotiate the price,
or they're just trying to keep them in the mix. Because
you don't, as much as people like to say social media doesn't matter, it does. And most press is good press. I will say that. Not all press is good press. Most press is good press. And if you get a name and some other hashtag trending, that gets the studio excited to hire you.
And of course there's just like they did with Alan Richardson. They have created a bunch of AI images of this guy in the bat suit, and they're going viral, and that is big press.
I do think this is a solid entry. I think he's well known, but he's enough of an unknown that this would be like Horn Sweat.
He'll be like 750 grand.
AW Necron, how's it going?
They'll be able to pay. They'll be able to pay him cheap.
I believe in him until I see. I don't
Look at that.
think so.
Oh, it says he isn't running from the speculation either. A few months. Look. Everyone always wants you to bring up the receipts when you're talking about rumors, but we don't have to because it says it right here. A few months back, the 34-year-old actor, which is a good age for it too, reposted fan art of himself as Batman to his hundreds of thousands of followers, and the internet lost it. Since then, it's been a steady stream of Batman emojis, fan edits, and comments begging him to don the cowl, and he's been playing along. Usually, that's to the benefit of the studio and the agents. And the industry loves this stuff. It's positive.
Yeah.
It's positive. I don't know why you wouldn't lean into this. Even if it doesn't happen, he's probably in talks, at least, with some other people. When a fan commented on the Leica shot photo dumps, the comic book fandom is fighting very hard to cast you as Batman Bruce Wayne in the new DCU. Sklenar simply replied with a bat emoji, not a denial, not a clarification, just to stir the pot. It's not like timing's off either. And people seem to forget Horn Sweat was rumored way before the official James Gunn announcement.
Yeah, he was. And
we
I'll tell you
all
this.
heard about it. We all heard about it.
If this guy gets the role, the Batman 2 is not happening.
I don't think that, Sean.
No.
I think it's a different type of Batman.
Zaslav does not want 2 Batmans. He's done with that.
I do think half the rumors come true, Isaac. Half the rumors come true. It's fun.
Literally every single rumor and leak on Superman came true.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Yeah. Even the ones I was like, I can't believe that's actually true. Yes.
Yeah. Monkeys typing on computers. Everybody's like, huh? That's not in there. Super shit. No, that's not in there. I mean, it was every single leak was true.
Rachel Brosnahan was a rumor too. Lady Gaga, even Joker 2 happening was a rumor, which I covered here, and everyone told me to shut up. They only wanted to do one. And I was like, that sounds like a good idea until I saw the movie.
Yeah.
All right. So James Gunn's DC universe is starting fresh with David Cornsweet Superman leading the charge. Millie Alcock Supergirl already locked in. The new Batman is still a mystery, but the clues are starting to pile up. Rumors of a middle-aged Batman were quickly shut down by Gunn, putting 47-year-old Jensen Ackles in a tough spot. I know people would love that, but honestly, 34 is a lot better than 47, especially if I wanted the Snyderverse to continue, and I wasn't arguing against that Warner Brothers didn't have the money. But when I saw the official salary of Rachel Brosnahan and Cornsweet being $750,000, under $1 million, and you had to pay a third of that just to get Cavill to do a cameo in Black Adam and The Flash, I'm like, there's no way they would have gone forward, even if it was a success. And James Gunn got like 20 million as a director. He wants the 20 million. He doesn't want to give it off to a high-paying actor.
No, he didn't get 20 million as a director.
Or 18 or something.
He was paid 15 million, but
15,
that was 5 million to direct, 5 million for the script, and 5 million as a producer. All right, he had multiple roles. Okay. They didn't. So you have to remember that. Like, that's why he wants to have control over the writing, because he wants to triple dip. It's all about money when it comes to that. It's not so, but the 750,000 is the baseline, not the bonus back end point deal. Like Chris Evans got paid, I think it was 350,000 for the first Captain America, but he ended up making 7 million after the movie was said and done because the back end deal. So when they report the salary, his salary was 750.
Well, just financials.
That's before.
If I was James Gunn, if people seem to forget he was hired to develop a movie for Cavill, it is a detriment to my salary to get Cavill in there when I'm trying to negotiate my writing costs, my directing costs, and my back end deals.
It
No,
wasn't
it's
for
not.
no, it
It's
wasn't.
either
It,
him-
it, it wasn't for Henry. It was that. What's his name? What's the nigga? Like the guy that used to run WB, not Walter. That he's still with them. Toby Emmerich. Yeah, told him, hey, we want you to make a Superman movie that is separate from the DCU. And James like, no. It's way too early for that. Let me do Suicide Squad. Let me think about it.
No,
And
he
then
he was
and,
originally hired to write a script for a Superman film for Henry Cavill.
No, he literally said it was separate. I mean, whatever James want to say. I mean, his words. I'm not, against it, whatever. But that's what WB told him to make a separate movie outside of DC, similar to like the Batman is, like separate and stuff. And Henry was gonna hire what's his name? The guy from Mission, Christopher McQuarrie, but WB for whatever reason they fumbled the shit out of it. It just WB just doesn't know how to. They just fumble a lot of talent.
Okay.
True.
Well, here's the image on Instagram. This is from the trainer. I think he looks great physique. Like
No, he looks
way
good.
better.
He looks good, but I feel like he's just probably
Until they put him in a motorcycle suit.
I mean, yeah, but like I just think he's just playing. He's just gonna be in somebody upcoming movie. That's that he has to be Jack for and stuff.
Yeah, training one of my best friends for his biggest role yet has been an effing blast. We pushed through the hard days and maximized the good. This is the result of showing up after days for months and months, hitting 2+ hours, rolling workouts, and eating enough elk and salmon to feed a freaking village. He looks ripped. He looks
Also,
great.
like the DCU has their own trainers. Just like this Marvel has their own trainers. So like,
if you are an actor that's really working on your personal image, you might have your personal trainer though.
You might.
Like this guy.
he's
See,
good,
he
yeah,
looks like he's one of my best friends. It looks like he's been with him through the long haul,
Yeah.
and he looks amazing. I think we would be in for a treat if he's.
I mean,
Bruce
do
Wayne.
I think he could make a good Batman? I don't know. I mean, he could be.
I think
decent.
so.
He could be decent, but like at the same time, I just feel like he's just playing. He's just gonna be in somebody upcoming up movie that he's had to.
I don't know,
jack up, yeah.
Sean. Does he pass the jokey joke test?
I
Gun.
haven't seen him act in anything that had jokey jokes in it. So
Yeah.
there you go. But Gunn did say he wanted to keep it dark for Batman. He didn't want. That's why I think.
Yeah, I do give James Gunn. I do like James Gunn when they ask him about what's the tone for the Batman. No, I don't want any of that Adam West shit or the or what is it? The Val Kilmer shit or Batman and Robin. I want to keep it straight 1990s comic book to 2000s 2012 comic books Batman runs. Like he's serious and stuff. He has
That would have
kids.
been
Like,
great for a younger Cavill.
Yeah,
Way
younger
more.
Cavill, but not
way
now.
younger.
He's 41. He'll be 42 by the time they even get an X-Men movie into production. So
yeah, by 20,
he'd be
by
better
20
off
by
playing
20
Wolverine.
By 2028, 29, he'd be 45, 46. No, that's way too old.
Yeah, I'd rather see him as Wolverine if that's the case, because Wolverine has been around for 200 years or whatever the case, whatever it is, from World War II and all that stuff. It would make more sense.
No, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we know that DCU Batman is gonna be older, like 30 to 35. He has Dick Grayson already. He has the other Robins. He has Batgirl. We don't know if she's disabled or she's Batgirl. Like that.
But
That's
Gunn doesn't stick to canon. Gunn doesn't stick to canon, so he's going to do what he wants to do.
No. Like he said already in the past interviews that it's gonna have the Bat family. We just don't know which members. Well, we don't know. Like well, it's Damian, which is Talia and Bruce Wayne's son. But other than that, like I mean, obviously you have to use the famous one, which is Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and Tim Drake.
But he may not recognize any of them. I mean, look what he did to Ma and Pa Kent. He turned them into rednecks. So it's like, he may not recognize any of them.
The general audience know who Dick Grayson is. They know who's Dick Grayson. 100%.
No, the general audience doesn't.
They
know Batman
know
and
who
Robin,
Dick Grayson is.
but they don't know the guy's name's Dick Grayson. I'm sorry, they don't.
They literally watched Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin 30 years ago. They know who's Dick Grayson is.
Yeah, you're saying young kids were around 30 years ago, like the Gen Z audience
No, I'm
now.
talking about like the older audience. Now I'm not talking about this. Not like
The
young
older
kids,
audience
like,
doesn't
yeah.
show up for these movies. By the time this comes out, I mean, I'm 50. Like, they don't people. I don't know where people think the audience is, because it's not there. It's just not there. It's crazy.
Trying to find the next topic I was going to bring up here. Let me just bring this up here. Hold on. So, before Fantastic Four, did you see the Avatar trailer?
I did.
Yeah,
What
it
did
was
you think
beautiful.
of it?
I mean, it looked fine. I mean, I didn't watch the last Avatar movie.
Damn.
I'm not. It's just I'm not into the blue things.
Cancel.
I'm just not the Navi. I'm not into that crap.
I was getting a little bit bored with the second one, that it wasn't. See, I like the idea of having Avatar. I just don't want all the aliens on the planet to look so slimy in the same style. Even all the creatures. Like, I want some more variety with the creatures, and then I would also like to go off on other planets surrounding Pandora, like the moon of Pandora, to see different types of aliens and avatars.
Well, he said didn't he say he's going to make like 10 of these movies?
No, five. Five.
So this is at least different. This Na'vi on the right here, it's called Fire and Ash. This is a more aggressive tribe.
It does sounds
Pandora.
like it does sounds like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even the show creators have beef with James Cameron, so like, it's funny.
So
There's just nothing original with the storytelling. Like the first one, didn't have
love
anything
the second
original.
one. I love the second one. I do like that they're going with different areas in the third one, in the fourth one, and fifth one. Well, fifth one's like 50% done, but like hopefully it's a good story and stuff. I do like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, there's going to be like 3 different tribes in this new one.
It says this character here, her tribe got hit by a natural disaster, and she's pretty much like Awa, and she potentially is the villain to Jake Sully and the Tiri's part of the Na'vi. But
That's
she's
a
also
great character design.
She's also a hero to her people because she saved them from starvation.
Oh, that's dope.
So that's a little bit more intriguing. When they bring in back Colonel Korch again, that's gonna. I don't know how that's gonna play.
Oh
like,
God,
I can't believe
keep that guy after they killed him in the first one.
Yeah.
They put him in an avatar.
He had a back. Well, it makes sense that he had a backup body if they had the technology,
Well, yeah,
but it's also annoying when these big IPs, they just keep bringing back the same, like Palpatine for the 10th time. Palpatine again.
Yeah, but Palpatine is a woke character. I'm playing.
Yeah,
somebody just needs to slit this character's throat in this movie, Fire and Ash. Just be like, and then he's done.
Yeah, I mean, she has I love the character design. I like the new look of the movie.
It looks different enough.
But it's not attractive to me.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you're
supposed
to be attracted to her.
It's gross.
I don't know about that, but
Max, are we getting different tribes? Yeah. I mean, tribes against each other. It's not just going to be the humans, apparently. I think that's what's happening, at least.
I'm wondering how much this
usually how this, if this just goes the typical, they're on opposing sides and they join forces to help the humans. That's going to be lame if they just do that again.
Because I don't remember which Avatar James said that we're going to Earth. I don't know if it was the third one or the fourth one, or the fifth one. I don't remember which one he said, but he said that we're going to Earth. So, whichever each of the movie is, hopefully it's good. Hopefully this one is good. I'm gonna see it in theater, obviously. I'm wondering how much it would do in China since Asia and China basically are out of the superhero like they're out of it. They do not F with superheroes no more. So I want to see how much this Avatar movie is going to do in China. The last one was 3 years ago. So you know, hopefully Avatar does well in China. But yeah,
I want to talk about the future of the theater industry and what's really going to actually save it besides quality. Quality over quantity, for sure. What I've consistently seen in a game changer is IMAX. This is from THR. Animated releases have been doing amazing in IMAX. And the reason this is a topic is because I've been going to the theater more. My AMC A list, I have one really good IMAX theater. Not the best. It's not like where Joe lives, where there's like really amazing IMAX theaters, but it's at least a legit IMAX screen. And they're actually they're under construction building a new one. And I'm thinking about the Odyssey and how many theaters are going to get remodeled for additional IMAX screens between now and when the Odyssey comes out. I actually think Christopher Nolan, they're as actually accomplishing what they try to do with 3D. 3D was unfortunately, James Cameron did it great. Stuff that was natively filmed for 3D was amazing, but it did not expand the market for it's basically just left on now.
Do you
for
have a
certain
3D?
movies. No one really takes 3D. Yes, I do, but the general market doesn't care about 3D anymore. But they do care about IMAX.
They care
now,
about
the best thing would be to reach new markets, right, Sean? To get new people into the theater.
Yes.
But this is a way to make the experience more premium. IMAX is different than the home enough, where it feels like a premium experience. IMAX showings are usually pretty packed.
It is, yes. But also
for movies.
But
I was just on just real quick. Box Office Mojo has the China receipts for Avatar: The Way of Water. It did 2.3 billion worldwide, $245 million just from China. That goes to show you how bad Superman sucks.
Well, to be fair, like
Superman literally imploded in China so bad.
To be fair, like China and Asia are done with superhero. It doesn't matter what superhero movie you release.
But what was it they did that though?
They done.
What changed between now and last year? Is it anti-American sentiment because of our president and
I think it's because
America? There is. I think
it's that, and also how how America always threatened China, so like they just want to they just don't want to see no more superhero stuff. We'll see when and Doomsday comes out in December of next year. We'll see how much it would do in China. Deadpool did well last year. It did like 50 million in China, but like that's not that much.
You know what did $106 million in China?
What?
Justice League.
That movie was, but that's like 10 years ago.
Zack Snyder led DC movies did better internationally. I don't understand why.
It did $106 million in China. The crappy Justice League movie.
Yeah, but that's like 10 years
that
ago.
Was really. My point is, a lot of movies just do so much better than Superman did.
Well, I think this is where the industry is going, though. I want to get back to the IMAX topic, Sean and Anthony.
I know. Go ahead.
No, because if you notice, they're really, even James Gunn, this is shot in IMAX. Christopher Nolan's always pushed more and more in IMAX. Of course, James Cameron's IMAX. Sinners had a great IMAX presentation. That's probably why it got so much box office, was the premium for IMAX.
385 something, I believe. So
I am saying to this, and I know this is going to trigger Joe mostly because Joe doesn't even like IMAX. I think for certain movies, they should do IMAX only releases, like only playing in. If you build up the infrastructure to build more IMAX screens,
the thing about IMAX is very hard because there's only in one city or two cities or three or four.
Well, they're starting to build more.
They have to at least build 5 or 6 more IMAX in theaters in cities. Then yes, it will become. Then regular people will see IMAX a lot. Like the 70mm one, it's very hard to get. You have to book in advance tickets. Like that's the reason why people bought the Odyssey tickets early, because it's very hard to get those 70mm IMAX for next year. So or you could go to regular IMAX and watch the Odyssey, but people want to see the 70 millimeter.
Well, what if the industry said the Odyssey, the only way you get to see it is IMAX screens? Would that be a mistake, Sean?
No, it would be a mistake.
Yeah, it would be a mistake. Yeah,
Because other studios will fight, and the studio has all the studios had to split the IMAX. That's the reason why how you say, I'm just gonna use an example. The F1 movie, it got 2 weeks of IMAX. Superman, it got 2 weeks of IMAX. Fantastic Four is gonna get 2 or 3 weeks of IMAX because the competition next month. So like they have to share the IMAX capacity each time company
Yeah.
use it.
I mean, we've got on average we've got 4,500 screens in the U.S. Only 400 are IMAX.
Yep.
And worldwide, only 1,300 are IMAX. And just to give the perspective, there are 90,000 screens in China.
Yeah.
And we only have 4,500 here.
I think if you look at like with this article on Reddit is saying, and hey, world-renowned GeoHound is here. Hey, Max and gang.
My only point would be that they would be shooting themselves in the foot if they only released it in a large format.
Yeah, because
I think we're going to get to a point. I don't know if it's going to be the Odyssey. I think in the next few years you're going to get to a point where
I do think like directors like Christopher Nolan, Ryan Coogler.
I like what you're saying here. Last line.
Yeah.
Maybe do the initial run, IMAX, like 2-3 weeks later, then do regular release in IMAX.
Yep.
That would be great. Sell out your IMAX, get premium in there.
Yeah, like next month.
But you know how much they're going to charge for those tickets because it's not going to get that wide
30,
of a release.
35. Yeah.
It would be they'd have to compensate for like 3 tickets that they're going to lose.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's
a lot, man. It just doesn't make sense.
There's a reason why
I think it makes sense if you introduce more screens nationwide, which it looks like they're doing.
Yeah, but
remember when they had the 3D theater push?
Yes.
That wasn't as hard to accomplish though as IMAX. So it says something has clearly happened. IMAX is looking to expand 70 millimeter locations in laser upgrades in the wake of Christopher Nolan and Sinner's success. So I'm not going to read the whole thing there. But I also think that putting the tickets for Odyssey a year in advance is something. I think something's going on there. I don't know if they normally would do that to show that the appetite in having it sell out is like, yes, we need to bring our theaters up. We need to get more IMAX screens in here. Maybe not the 70 millimeter IMAX, but IMAX capable screens.
And also, like the Odyssey sold 1.5 million tickets is because the Odyssey is shooting in 70 millimeter IMAX, and those are very hard tickets to get throughout the week. So that's the reason why people is bought it early in advance. Next year, when it opens again for tickets, like probably something in May, when we get the Odyssey tickets in May, when they're reopening, then it's probably going to be more IMAX tickets. But yeah, those 70 millimeters IMAX is very hard to get. It's very hard. Like in New York Lincoln and Square.
Fantastic
IMAX,
Four and Superman had less than 20K screens, lowest for any superhero movie.
I mean, for where?
I don't know. I guess I don't know. I'm getting info from it. I see the push for it. I would be okay with this eventually if they. I don't want people to say, yes, that's a mistake. Where people like it's not. I don't have one anywhere close to me, so I can't see this movie. Obviously, you don't want that to happen. But I think introducing IMAX.
Well, also, it depends on the director who's going to use the IMAX thing, 70 millimeter.
Yeah, they're not going to let James Gunn get another set of IMAX or screens.
Why?
No,
because this movie didn't make enough money in IMAX.
No, he used regular IMAX, not like the IMAX that Nolan or Ryan used.
The baby IMAX, kind of like.
IMAX is gonna be huge in the future, but it just depends on how many theaters you open and stuff like that.
Is this the real Resident Justice?
I gotta check.
I don't know.
I hate that there are clones out there of him. That
Yeah,
would
I
upset
have no
me.
clue
I
what
could
idea.
see Donovan making up one like me and just talking smack or
Don't
something.
give him ideas.
Oh, I don't care. He's gonna do it anyway. He's not even in the
Uh,
chat anymore, thank God.
All right. So let's talk about this.
Here we go. Oh,
What's going on with the Gene ads and Sydney Sweetie?
Oh Lord.
Are the
Oh,
Sydney
Lord.
Sweetie Gene ads a little bit fashy? Or is this one?
But bro, what is this AI shit?
this one's gonna make me throw up in my mouth, but I'll swallow it back down. I will say this: I've just been following this Sydney Sweeney thing in the last day, and
Yes.
I don't care. And I think people are reading way too much into this. I don't believe. I think the people at American Eagle are stupid, and they set themselves up for something dumb. And
It's in
now
your
that
genes.
and now, just like all
With a
the
J instead of a G.
all the Superman hate, I feel like that's gross. I feel like that it's just for clicks. They got everyone talking about the jeans.
Do people actually think that there's hidden messages like
No.
in it? Are they just doing it because they know they're gonna get
Bro,
views
she
on
just
the
at
internet?
the end of the day, like she's just getting paid. Like I don't
It's
care.
No.
like-
I'm talking about the people reacting to it saying
it's like a conspiracy theory. If you connect enough dots, your conspiracy will come true. Right? I mean, that's it. If you say, "Oh, but he could have done this, but he could have done that, he could have done that," oh, so that makes it right. Same thing with this. This was a stupid ad. Basically,
Why
they
is
were
it
like,
stupid?
no, what I'm saying is they were like, "Oh, she's got good genes. She's hot. She's got blue eyes, blonde hair. She's got blue jeans. She's got good." They weren't thinking, "Let's all be Nazis." Like, I just don't see the eugenics connection. I think people are looking now for anything and anything to start a fight. And in the end, I feel like American Eagle is getting free press.
Yeah, let me see if I have. All right. I have a little bit of it here.
Yeah, 30 years of reality TV has just made everybody stupid.
I mean, rewatching with the amount time she says, "I have good genes," it is a little creepy though.
Or are you gonna play it? You gonna play
No.
it?
I'm playing this person reacting to it. Hold on. I sent you a link, Voltaire, in case you want to pop on. Do you think this lady's being legit?
Woman explaining how her good genes gave her personality and purity. I mean, are we really going to pretend that this isn't a little fashy coded? Look, I'm not saying this.
Fashy coded.
Do
you think she's being serious? Do you think this lady's being serious, or she
No,
knows?
the way it's blown up on TikTok, everybody is saying it. But
Yeah.
I think they're talking in their own bubble. Like they're in their own echo chamber. That now that it's been pointed out, everyone sees it. But I think it was just a dumb ad that somebody screwed up and said, "You know what? It's almost like the
It's not a dumb ad if it's getting this much attention."
There was an ad where Cindy Crawford was popping open a can of Pepsi and sucking it
Blonde
down
hair,
and,
blue eyes,
and walked
talking
all
about
strutted
genes.
to it. And there were two little boys at the fence going, and it looked like it's like, oh God, it's Cindy Crawford. It ended up being that they wanted the Pepsi and it had nothing to do with her. But the way the ad came across, it was very pedo. And so all I'm saying is you can read into anything and be like, oh God, it's like it's like when Fox News went nuts over the different colored M&Ms.
Yeah.
Oh, that was crazy.
They're just stupid.
Let's see.
Sydney Sweeney personally wrote this ad to revive the Third Reich, but American Eagle absolutely knew what they were doing here. You don't get to drop.
Okay.
That's just stupid, man. I don't even know why we're covering. What we're doing is giving it more. We're giving it more.
I don't care
That's
if it's
funny. It's
possible or
funny.
not, bro.
I,
Like
Voltaire's
she's
here. Do you
getting
think
paid
this
10
lady's being
millions of
serious,
dollars for this,
Voltaire?
bro.
Listen, everybody, leave poor Sydney Sweeney alone. She's a great actress. She's lovely. She's down to get her boobs out all the time. How can people provide this much hate to this poor lady? Leave her alone. She's not
She
a
has
fashion.
good jeans and a nice pair of jeans.
Yeah.
And that's it. They're selling jeans. They're
Based
not
on good
selling
genes.
eugenics. They're
No, it's not. They were implying that she is genetically super hot as an individual, but that's factually correct. You know what I mean?
You're not
No,
wrong.
it is.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, they weren't.
Lines
This
about
whole thing,
inherited
people reading
traits,
into it.
blue eyes, and great genes, while zooming in on somebody that could have walked straight off of a Nazi propaganda poster.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Oh man.
Okay, bro. I'm not okay, bro.
I think this woman's lost it.
Yeah, she's
Do you think she's serious?
No, she's absolutely serious. I've watched this video already.
Yeah. Okay.
She
so
got it, bro. She got
I
it.
think
bro.
some. I think okay. I think some people just did it to get in on the trend to get the clicks, but I think you think this one's serious. Okay.
I think she's dead serious.
Okay.
And
hope
expect
he is,
people
Sean.
not to catch that reference. Good genes used to mean racial purity and fascist circles, and now it's just denim marketing.
I mean, so if you said Michael Jordan has good genes or Joe Montana has good genes, you know, that's you know,
It's
racist.
true.
Yeah.
Now, if you'd say that, you know, Michael Jordan has that extra muscle in his leg, which is just totally fake, but that was what they were saying for years, which is why African American athletes, you know, in some sports perform better. They were like, because they got that extra muscle. That would be controversial, but because it was when,
yeah.
but this is, she's selling jeans, not eugenics. It's weird. It's weird.
So if they got, let me ask you a question. If they put out an ad now to counteract this bad press with a lady
I don't
of
think it's
color
bad
and she said
press.
the same lines, do you think that would work or that would just be too pandering or?
No, I
that
think
trick
that
people more?
I think American Eagle shouldn't say a word, and I think Sydney Sweeney should just
Their numbers
that
went up
bag.
400% or something.
yeah, just get that bag, take that bag of money, and go. And if you give fuel to the fire, it'll keep burning. But if you ignore it, it just goes away. You know why? Because everyone's 24-hour news cycle mind is something else will be bitching about tomorrow, and they'll forget about this thing.
I think you're right. But you know what's funny about this ad? When I first saw it, because it came across my feed before all this controversy, I remember thinking, wow, I mean, I didn't think they still made it is a sexualized ad. I didn't think they still made these things. And I asked a girl I know, I go, you know, does this work on women? This kind of marketing, like where it's sexualizing a woman for women's genes? She said, yeah, women like to look sexy. It's like, I was surprised about the sexualization of it, but I think what Sean is saying is they like this attention. It's not negative for them.
Well, but it's also like the husbands will give the wives money to go buy jeans.
Maybe you look like Sydney Sweeney if you buy these.
Like
jeans.
Sydney Sweeney, you might have to put your ass in it with a shoehorn, but you know you can get in it.
Let's see what this lady's. We're not watching them all.
And so I went inside.
Where's that hand going?
I feel like Sydney Sweeney getting canceled for Yahtzee propaganda should have been on everyone's bingo card at this point. But believe it or not, it does keep getting worse because they have continued to drop more ads over the last few days. And today I'm going to show you the most horrific and problematic one. As always, make sure you like, rage, comment, repost, and follow along for more. But if you're not already up to date, here's what's going on.
all
This
about
week,
clicks.
Sydney Sweeney launched an ad campaign with American Eagle that is very clearly white propaganda. And in any other timeline, it might have been less noticeable, but given the current climate of things, it is extremely obvious.
Oh my God.
And do you notice one thing about all the women commenting?
Oh, come on, Sean. Careful. We know where you're going.
What are you going to say?
You know, they're ugly.
You sound like that Star Wars girl.
I'm just.
She said,
Oh my God, that's
she said that on
disrespectful.
X
That's
today.
disrespectful.
She's like, "Do you notice the people that complain about this stuff are really not looking?"
So
Yeah, they're upset when they see someone like that getting the attention. She's the what's the term they use? The pick me girl. And oh God, they're upset that the internet has become a masturbatorium for everything Sydney Sweeney and not them.
I think they should call up Jenna Ortega's people. Say, hey, is Jenna interested in the jeans ad or anything like that?
Now, the last girl wasn't ugly. I mean, you know, I see her on TikTok all the time. She pops up in my feed. But my point is, like, the first one, you know,
Okay.
she's a little rough, you know. She got hit with a whole bag of what the fuck, you know.
Oh, disavow.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Fell out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down.
Damn.
All right. Well, how are you doing, Voltaire? How's everything going with you?
I can't complain. I'm good, thanks. I hope all you guys are doing good.
Yeah. Well, what did you think about the Star Wars news? Now that
I'm stunned. I didn't think it was
Taika
real.
Waititi and Ray movie's gonna. I think they're just trying to pump up Mandalorian.
They're just
Grogu
working titles. There's rumors working titles.
Wait on that. Is Charmin Obeyed still attached? I mean, they took
haven't
off.
said that.
They
They've
backtracked
never
on
said
that
that.
shelving comment.
No, they haven't confirmed anything.
Well, you know, the Ryan Gosling film has Mia Goth attached
Yeah,
to it.
that's shooting in September.
And that's pretty cool. I mean, that's Shia LaBeouf's wife, right?
No, X.
I could post a link to you. Fine. I thought you were busy.
Bro,
I
you
heard
literally
you've been
said,
busy.
wasn't you
Not
just
to bring that
busy?
stuff here.
Oh,
I've been
is he coming on to talk about Superman?
I don't know. I'll
I'm
send
just,
it to you.
I'm just
No,
poking.
but like, you know, like,
Let's talk about Superman.
Come on,
Yeah.
Sean.
no, I was surprised that Mia Goth, you know, signed not to start because I mean, Blade's not shooting anytime soon,
The
so she needs
Raptors
another
back. What's
project.
going on?
I'm not at home.
Okay.
You in the hotel?
On vacation,
On the hotel?
so to speak. No.
So you paying $5,000 in a hotel?
No.
Dude, is that real about tsunamis in
What?
Japan? Is that really going on?
Oh man, man, please don't tell me it's true, man.
Dude, is that really going on?
Man.
I can't send the link, Drogo. Hey, Drogo wants the link. Max, can you send it to him? I can't send links here. I don't know if
I like 6 for now, Droga. I mean, I'm only going to be going for like 20, 30 more minutes.
What? I canceled my stream to get on here.
Well, hey, look, he's got to get his AI
All right, you should send
cutouts.
it to him,
Okay,
I guess.
just relax.
Send it to
Perp.
Droga. Send it to Droga.
Drogo just types in the background anyway. Come on.
I mean,
I mean,
you gotta show.
Thank you, last line.
You gotta show his real arts. Nah, but I mean, hey, hopefully those people.
Isaac,
in
you're on
Japan
fire
are doing
lately,
it, man.
buddy. Take it easy.
Hey, Voltaire.
I'm just gonna stop highlighting if he's just negative to me all the time.
Voltaire,
I don't
you want to hear something funny? It happened again. I saw another trailer, and it happened again.
Well, you know, I mean, I try to step in as your attorney.
So
and
is
give you
this
advice.
another Catholic Kennedy hate stream?
Yes.
No, it's not. It is not. It's I just reminded people that they do this. They try to act like everything's still moving forward when they're trying to promote a new movie. In Mandalorian Grogu, the superhero movies are done. The next thing is to start promoting Mandalorian Grogu. I really did not think that they were going to say that Taika Waititi's thing was still a thing, but that's still a rumor. I'm glad Sean Levy's and there's talking about the Ray movie. It really all depends on if Mandalorian Grogu has good box office. Chainsaw Reacts is here. That raptor is scary.
Just wave your hand in front of me. I stop. I swear.
Oh, what's up, Sean?
Wasn't that rumor that her exit plan would be announced? Isn't it supposed to be like August?
Sean thinks she's going to get an extension. I said she doesn't need one. She's still around without one. Sean,
do you feel like she's doing a good job considering?
Absolutely.
Awesome. That's
considering
my man.
nothing to something.
No,
the movies actually in the theater.
I mean,
get one next year.
She's doing great. I mean, what can I say?
Very confident.
Very confident. Very confident.
She's doing better than James Gunn. Let's just say that she's doing better than James Gunn.
No, I will not allow
Stop
that.
it, Sean.
Blasphemy.
You don't have to
No,
go
James
there.
Gunn has
You
TV
didn't have to go
shows
there,
and
Sean.
movies at the same time, and
That is crazy
He
to
actually
say,
rebooted a whole universe. Was
That is
hired,
crazy to say.
wrote, directed, himself
That
is
was
rebooting
crazy
a whole
to say.
universe before she could even get one movie in the theater. I will not allow that.
Yeah, when one of James Gunn's movies makes $2 billion at the box office,
God
you know,
damn.
like The
That's
Force
ridiculous
Awakens.
standard.
Okay, The Last Jedi,
Yeah,
even though that was
yeah,
so bad, it made
what
1.3
happens when you
billion.
only bring up your greatest hits? You're the past hits. You're in your greatest hits phase. I've heard that before. What has she
That is
done
a
for
good.
me
That
lately?
is the true
Nothing.
saying, Max. That is the
She,
true
how
saying.
much money has Grogu made? The
The
merchandise?
merch?
Do you
Oh,
know?
the merch?
Yeah.
I do not know, but I bet it's
Let me see.
pretty big.
I bet it's in the billions.
Let me see.
If
Let
we're-
me see.
I would maybe is
How
it like
much
Stitch?
money?
Thank you, Cheeseman. This is a fact.
Because Stitch made how many? James Gunn has
Yes.
done more DC in 1 year.
James Gunn has done more in DC in 1 year than Kennedy has done in 5 years. That is a fact.
That's not a fact.
Name
literally not a
it.
fact.
Name it.
How is that a fact?
Name the titles. Name the
Creature
titles.
Commandos, Peacemaker 2, Season 2. We got Superman written. He's
Valid
writing something
Destiny.
else.
Valid Destiny.
Supergirl's already done filming. Lantern's already done filming. That's more projects than
Well,
Star Wars already.
No, it's not.
Yes,
the
it
last
is.
five. The last 5 years. In the last 5 years.
Oh, the last 5 years. Okay.
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah. Do the math on
Read your
that.
comments. Read your comments, Max.
Not
What do you
5
mean?
years.
They've got
Okay.
2 films finished. They've got 2 films done. Supergirl's
They're
done.
starting production on Star Wars.
Star Wars is done too with
I
Mandalorian
put
Grogu.
movies at a higher caliber than TV
They're
shows.
starting production on Star Wars Starfighter at the end of the
Yep.
year.
And then there's a rumor that the Rey movie's going to start production next year.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we've also
they're gonna
whether
put that out whether it
li-
happens
like it or
not.
not, you had the Acolyte, you had the what is the Goonies one? What was the one that was that Skeleton Crew?
I call it
You had
Skull
you had Ahsoka. Okay, you had there's two different
Ahsoka
animations.
season 2, I believe, is filming right now.
No, but they also had the 2 different animations of Star Wars. You know, you had extra seasons of Rebels. Like they've been cranking out Star Wars consistently.
And then Tales of the Jedi, which that's like Separate Jedi.
Yeah, you guys. I
Yeah.
swear to God, you guys harbor on this whole. We haven't had a movie, yeah, because they're restructuring so they could have a well-connected, well-written batch of movies coming up.
Your
which is
your
what they're-
assumptions and leaps of logic are hilarious.
Yeah, the
No,
Bad
Yes,
Batch.
that's possible.
How is that a leap of logic if that's
I'm
what the
saying that's
critiques are?
possible that's happening, Perp.
How is that a
You're
leap of
saying-
logic if that's what
that
the
you're-
critiques are?
You're assuming extreme positive that this is done intentionally.
Max,
That all these
is,
failed.
Max, is Kevin Feige a bad executive because there's not going to be any Marvel movies coming out for an entire year?
Yeah, but it hasn't been
He's
7
made some
years.
big mistakes, but he
RJ.
hasn't just
That's
rested
one mo-
on.
Why
the
is the
success
movie?
of early.
What, you guys harp so much on that one movie when we're getting Star Wars stories. Why?
Let them
I've
get
been
in a movie
following
next
every
year. I
single
don't
announcement.
understand what
Perk.
we
You
keep
haven't
doing.
been
Like it
following
feels
every
like
Star
you
Wars
just
announcement
that's
for
just an
years.
excuse to hate on her. It's like, dude,
I don't
one
hate on her.
movie,
There's
one
no
Wait,
movie.
wait, couldn't
One
it be
movie,
argued though? Hold
when
on.
they have tons of shows.
Couldn't it be argued though that like Kathleen Kennedy did like a really important and good job though because she helped anchor and keep Disney Plus afloat for years on end by making Star Wars so pivotal to that streaming service's success?
I mean, Disney Plus already knew once they got going they wouldn't be profitable till 2025. They knew that. They knew that going in.
So that's fine.
Perp,
Yeah, okay.
you're arguing with someone that's followed every single little breadcrumb of Star Wars news and announcements back to when they said we're going to start doing 2 movies a year, and then when Solo failed,
Yeah.
and then Rise of
They
Skywalker
had to
underperformed,
restructure-
even though it was
they
a billion, underperformed, then they just stopped putting them in the theaters. So I know what the plan was.
Okay, and they're restructuring, and you're still bitching that they're restructuring.
I
again.
said the jury is out. They could be back on track with this new movie. There's also they're not going to have the excuses
No, you're
they had.
choosing to be negative. That's my point. They
I'm not
could
choosing.
be.
Jury is out is not negative.
What are you talking about? Your whole point was that they hadn't had a production. Now that they do have a production, it's still like that. It's next year. They're in production. They have a movie done. They showed a trailer already. Like, what else is there to bitch about?
No, I said the jury's out. This is a good
Those are two separate
development. They
arguments,
actually
though.
filmed the movie. We'll see if it's good. I personally don't think Mandalorian and Grogu is a big get as people think it is. Like I
With
loved
Pedro
it.
Pascal?
I loved it, but you know how some things are like you have to strike while the iron's hot. I don't think the iron's hot on that IP anymore, but we'll see.
Okay.
I love Mandalorian. I love the first few
They're,
seasons.
they're gonna do a better job
of
than,
time.
than
Like, at
DC's
least-
marketing
at least they- at
campaign
least
for
they-
Grogu.
At least they made a movie that's coming out in May. Which, like, can we at least
No,
wait
it's
for
not
that?
that Anthony Cheeseby, you're so bad faith. It's not that I don't give it. I just don't hold it against her like you guys do, because considering what the critique was, which is the trilogy, the sequel trilogy was an absolute mess from a writing perspective. It makes sense that, yeah, if you look at productions, how long they could possibly take, it makes sense that, hey, if you want to make sure that your next consecutive stories are interlocked with the shows, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time to get going.
I agree.
I don't think this was intentional though, Perp. I think this was announcing things consistently that never developed.
We already looked through it. It was 5, and that hasn't happened in 2 years.
Okay.
This is being
so you're literally complaining about a problem 2 years ago.
I've been
That's why I
following
thought-
for a long time. There's been lots of
What
announcements.
was the last one?
You're googling official
you're right.
announcements.
You're right. Can I ask for an example of the last one that was announced that didn't happen?
Charmin obeyed.
Which
Did
was
Ca-
2
did
years
Kath-
ago,
We don't know
correct?
if that's going to happen.
Has
everybody's
Kathleen-
hearing about
2 years
the
ago,
raid.
correct? Which was 2 years ago, correct? Exactly.
The only things they
Okay.
announced afterwards were the Mandalorian Grogu and Sean Levy. So yes, since they announced those two, they actually made those two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're
So-
listening
so-
to
so
you
did-
guys.
did-
You don't even realize that.
Did Kathleen Kennedy have to retract pedo tweets on Twitter?
No.
No. So then she's already one step better than James Gunn.
Oh, you had to boo this.
I mean, I'm
man,
just
boo
saying.
this man.
I mean, come
That
on.
is some crazy thing. Goddamn.
Not that I heard. That would be a smoking gun for Kathy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So
All
the
right.
point of this whole thing is that, okay, so maybe now things are looking better, but you're just ignoring all the past errors and that kind of thing. And that's
How am I
really where our
ignoring?
basis is based on.
Explain ignoring. What do you mean?
Well, you just bypass by saying, well, in 2 years she hasn't announced something that failed. And
What
now
do you
they've got to
mean bypass it? Well, I don't understand. It's 2 years. I believe she's taken the critique. How is that not bypassing if I agreed with the critique? I moved on from 2 years ago. I said 2 years ago, hey, stop doing the announcements. And now you're saying I'm ignoring it because I'm not bitching about it now? Is that what you're
So
saying?
we're not saying that. We're just saying now that she has to prove something before you just give her credit. It's not the case.
It's
She
what
doesn't
the
deserve it.
critique, because she's living up to the critique made. Hey, don't make announcements unless you have production ready. She listened to that critique. They have Mandalorian going. Like, again, you guys are nuts.
Hey, I've got a wild theory.
I don't know how you guys don't
I'm
see
sure
that.
Donovan will shoot it down. But I think when Ryan Johnson said that he didn't even write anything, I think because he knew he wasn't getting invited back to Star Wars and to Lucasfilm, because his movie technically kind of bombed, and he ruined a franchise. I think he said that to undermine Kathleen Kennedy. That's what I think.
I think
What did he say that undermined her? I'm not
when he
following.
said there wasn't even an outline done.
He said there wasn't even
embarrassing
an
for both
outline
of them.
done, and that was when she said that they had greenlit his trilogy, but he said he didn't even have an outline done. I think he said that on purpose.
I think she was lying.
Because
Bro.
He's got Netflix
no,
doing
no,
it.
no, wait a
He's being
second.
honest.
Because it's been proven that J.J. Abrams had outlines for all 3 films that he passed on to Ryan, and Ryan threw them out and said there was no plan, and he decided to do what he wanted to do. So he lied. He's a liar.
Who, Ryan
So-
Johnson's a liar?
Ryan Johnson's a liar.
It's a
For
group of
years, he
liars
kept
over
said he
there.
was still working on it, so it made him look bad too when he said that. I'm like, okay, wow, this is pretty. That's why he was covering it. I was
I'll
like,
be honest.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't care about Ryan. Like,
What does RJ think of all this?
I don't care about Ryan. At the end of the day,
RJ's critical of Star Wars.
I will say this: at the end of the day, Ryan is doing his original stuff. Let him do it. He's doing the Knives Out franchise. I can't wait for the 3rd one.
And
That's
listen,
gonna be good.
I
don't
agree
care,
with.
bro. I don't
I
care.
agree that RJ should criticize the hell out of Feige. I'm just not there yet because
Oh well, to be fair,
I think he definitely deserves criticism, and I do think he spins stuff positive, just like Kathy
Oh my
does,
God, Isaac.
just not as bad as Kathy. And he
Also,
deserves a bigger benefit of the doubt because he made Marvel a bigger IP than Star Wars.
And
Marvel
also,
was
we
bigger.
should blame James Gunn for lying about the Teen Titans movie.
He also lied about
RJ
The
doesn't want to
Flash.
talk about that too.
It's the greatest superhero movie I've ever seen in my life.
that was crazy.
I believe him.
Crazy.
I
That's not the
actually,
greatest.
I actually believe him now
It's
after
the
I saw
greatest piece
Superman
of shit of all time.
because Superman is a lot like the Flash, so maybe he does believe that. And
No,
that's
RJ,
why
I
like-
like the Flash.
Okay, of course you like dog shit. I'm surprised.
Stop it. It's not
Sorry.
dog shit.
It is.
All right,
No.
so
Hey,
we
Sean,
got-
which one did you like more, Flash
Wait,
or
how is
Superman?
Superman like the Flash?
Neither.
The Flash
No,
is
but you have to pick one.
Superman's better.
One or you're dead. Pick
I will
one. You
not.
have-
I'm
you
I'm
have-
dead because I'm
No
not
way,
picking
Sean.
any of that garbage.
Okay,
No, you have to pick one.
We got a super chat from
A
Isaac,
loved
the
one is
biggest movie
threatened,
fan.
Sean. What do you pick? A loved one, Sean. A loved one is
I,
threatened. Who do you pick?
I want to
Come on,
throw
a
up
loved
on
one.
both
You're gonna-
movies.
They're
No,
you're gonna let a loved one die?
I'm
You
gonna
gotta
let a
pick-
loved one die.
Oh
I
my
can't.
God.
I can't.
RJ does so criticize Feige. He's allowed to, and he should. On his recent
I'm
comments about
still waiting to hear how Superman was like the Flash.
You're gonna get castrated,
special
Sean. You're gonna
effects,
get castrated, Sean, if you don't pick one. What
the
happens?
jokes. Although Superman was funner, you know, I actually like. Oh, I actually like Ezra a lot in Michael Keaton. Just the ending ending of the Flash is so bad that's where it felt far for me. So Isaac, the biggest movie fan, $4.99. Max, you're being stupid if you think none of these movies happening. I can't believe you think this. I didn't say none of them. I said the ones that they're trying to tell you are still happening now, like the Taika Waititi and the Ray, remains to be seen. Of course, the Mandalorian Grogu and the Sean Levy. Sean Levy is hot right now. Didn't he do Deadpool Wolverine? And did that other Ryan Reynolds movie? He is a type of hire that that Kathy should be hiring because there's certain people you hire that take a long time. He gives through production delivery quick. He seems like a very he's very fast at production. He gets the job done fast, and that's what Star Wars needs right now. They don't need like if they said I'm hiring Matt Reeves for Star Wars, I like forget about it because I love Matt Reeves, but he takes forever. And
Well, there's a reason.
Yeah, that's why his movie's not going to get made.
Okay, very relax.
Batman 2 is not happening.
Okay, very relax.
It's
telling you.
Really?
It's
Even though
filming
he's finished the
at the
script
be-
now, hasn't he
it's
finished the
filming at the
script?
beginning of next
Literally
year.
finished the script, bro, and he's
Doesn't mean it's a good script, guys.
He literally start production next year.
Guys, what was the movie that Stallone did that the script floated around Hollywood for 20 years and he finally made it?
Bullet in the head.
No, it was the one where he was
Stop
frozen.
it, I'm almost shoot.
No, he's
Demolition
frozen in night. Demolition Man.
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man floated around Hollywood for 20 years before he picked it up. And so I'm just saying, Matt Reeves delivered the script, sure, fine, but all the conditions have to be right, and I don't believe it's right. I don't believe it's
They're filming at the beginning of next year.
What if it
We'll
sucks,
see.
RJ? What did
I
James Gunn
disagree
say
with
about it?
Sean on that one. I think it's going to happen.
It's like what Donovan says all the time in the comments. Until it's filming and we see behind the scenes footage, that's when I believe.
RJ, what did James Gunn say about the quality of the script? Did he say it was great? Did he give the thumbs up publicly that it's good? He read it.
Pretty sure he did.
He said it needs work.
Critics of Gunn said he couldn't say it was good. He said we're getting there.
No. He read he said that the other day
rewrites.
that- he said the other day that he read it and it's good. But like we'll see. I mean, the movie start production next year after obviously Robert Pattinson is in Budapest right now filming Dune 3 was in the Anna Taylor-Joy.
They'll probably make some
stuff,
tweaks
yeah.
as needed, but I mean, like they got
tweaks, but it's what-
most important parts
Isaac, the
good.
Sean Levy movie is most likely. I mean, they haven't started
No,
filming
Sean-
yet, but they're
Sean-
planning to start in September. It's coming up quick.
Yeah.
So
but-
unless something drastically happens, that's going to happen.
You don't bring Ryan
would you wish
Gosling
that?
out at Star Wars Celebration and do the big announcement.
Yeah, you don't do
And
Well,
then-
Sean Levy too is the director that's hot right now. He's not gonna. He is
And-
not going to go somewhere and not do anything.
And Deadpool and the Wolverine did $1.3 billion. Disney is looking at money.
He's been
too.
Sean Levy is not a
He's
director that's
consistent.
going to get hired and sit on it. He did that Netflix project that was really well received. He did the Deadpool Wolverine.
I like that the
I
something
think he also
the
did
Adam
something
Project.
else. Yeah, he's done something. He is not going to go into a project and just sit there. And that's what unfortunately some of these hot directors do is they get their shine and then they sit on it for a little bit. They wait and they stay in their limelight and don't keep working. Some.
Who's done that last? Who did that last?
Nobody. No, we
Patty
don't count.
Jenkins. She had a shine from Wonder Woman 84, and then she took on all these projects.
And then she became a dog shit director.
Yeah, and she didn't actually act. She
Well,
was
bro,
attached to all kinds of
come
stuff. Cleopatra,
Yeah,
all kinds of stuff.
And then she's not doing that movie no more. Then after that, her career died. It's unfortunate.
Matt Reeves had the potential to go that way. Like he was really good after Planet of the Apes, but then he got the Batman.
The Batman, yeah, and then he just took 4 years of hiatus. And then he wrote the script.
Have you heard the Naked Gun's actually a good movie?
Yeah,
I saw a couple of reviews today, and they were saying it's really good.
I heard they tell woke jokes in it.
Oh, really?
No,
on purpose. Yeah, that would be funny.
So,
ironically,
also, I heard what's this actress's name? I forget her name. Pamela Anderson.
Pamela Anderson. How can you forget Pamela Anderson?
I don't forget her. I
Can I tell you something real quick? You know them two are dating in real life.
That's what I was gonna say, Anthony. Every time I'm gonna say something, you always have to which is great
love,
because his long time marriage ended when unfortunately his wife passed away like 17 years ago.
Yeah, she hit a tree.
I can't believe you started that sentence, which is great.
No, I didn't mean that's great that she passed away. But that he's finally
he found love
you know?
again. Yes, he found love, which that's good. Even she
which is great.
Even somebody asked at the premiere of Naked Gun, he's like, you have to find the right person and you truly find love again, which that's what he did, which that's good for them. Good. And
I'll tell you what, he's got big shoes to fill with Tommy Lee.
I was gonna say he's got to follow Tommy Lee.
That guy's got a baby on.
I heard he's fine.
Have you watched the TV show on Hulu?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I couldn't get through it, but I saw that scene you're referencing.
Yeah, it was great.
So it says Naked Gun is really damn funny. It's hard to pull off dopey comedy like this, and this is the best film of this type since I don't know, maybe Hot Shots Part 2.
Oh, wow.
Anderson, Houston, Hauser, they all nail it, and there's one killer joke I'm shocked they left in.
Oh, that's a good sign.
That's the one about one killer joke. That's about what's his name? OJ Simpson or something.
Is
yeah.
there is this PG-13 or R?
I think so.
Oh, it's got to be R. There's
Really?
no way. Got to be.
The Naked Gun
is PG-13.
Is it?
It is PG-13. Yeah,
they're gonna release an unrated.
No wonder why they're going that hard with.
I bet you $100 there's gonna be an unrated cut released.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm not going to bet you 100 because I think you're right.
I mean, you could bet him $2.
Max might bet you. He bets on.
I don't know.
The Superman box office.
I'm not doing good on my bets.
I could bet $1.
Oh, come on, Anthony.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well,
let's lead after this.
Let's lead a few more here. It's the Naked Gun is the fully loaded, gut-busting comedy we need right now. Joke after joke had my theater laughing hysterically for 85 minutes, and it was truly glorious. Liam Neeson is perfect, but Cam Anderson steals this romp.
The trailer was amazing. Like, it was funny.
I didn't even watch the trailer.
The trailer looks good.
Yeah, the joke with the OJ Simpson joke was hilarious.
It was. And I like the one where he goes, where he tells Pamela Anderson, have a seat. And she just grabs a chair and just starts walking out the door.
Yeah, that's funny.
I want to warn everybody, if you go back and do a rewatch of the old Naked Gun movies, they're all wonderful, but there are some problematic scenes that nowadays wouldn't be allowed, especially in the last one where he finds out that Anna Nicole Smith is,
I watched that recently. I was like, oh my God.
And then he pukes. It's like Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. He has a bad reaction when he finds out he's a trans woman.
I know that's a man. Yeah.
Is anyone looking forward to seeing
canceled?
I'm seeing together.
I'll go see it.
I'm going to see that. Are you kidding me?
You're going to go see Naked Gun or what?
Yeah. I've been looking forward to this since they announced it.
Only 85 minutes, but it's a pure comedy.
That's
sounds great.
More than enough for comedy.
I was going to go see Naked Gun and Together, but I have to save my money because I'm seeing Superman again.
Did we need to hear that?
Why are you saying like? How are you saving your money?
You're going to see a movie. You're not seeing.
Like
Don't
I'm
you have a
sorry, bro.
Subway punch card, so it's free by
Hey,
now?
RJ, you can go donate blood. You
Is it-
know,
is
like
it
plasma.
Is it double
It's
the price?
75 bucks.
Superman?
I'm sorry, the movie coming out in digital.
And you
next
can watch
month.
it
I don't
10
need to
more
see that shit
times.
again.
Oh yeah, it is coming out in digital in a month.
That's way too
I
far.
mean, I'd like to
RJ,
see it again.
I'm joking, by the way. I don't know if I'm gonna go see
I
it.
know you're joking. But you know what? If you did want to see it, it's okay.
I am
I
actually
forgive
concerned
you.
about. I will be real here.
Hey, it passed 500 million yesterday.
No,
Woohoo!
that's great. That's great. And
We
I
made it.
said,
We did
I
it,
said,
Reddit.
does it need to beat? I said, does Superman beat Man of Steel numbers? I said, it depends on how you frame it, but it really doesn't matter. If it's beating Fantastic Four, that's a huge win for Gunn over Feige, because Feige does try to do things to undercut DC's box office before. And if James Gunn is doing better, I don't understand it. I think Fantastic Four is a better movie, just like visuals and epicness. But I gotta be real. I am in the minority here. The general audiences like Superman a lot better than Fantastic Four. A lot of my friends do.
That's because Superman's well known. Like obviously,
I just don't get it. Like I feel out of touch with the general audiences. What they want and what I want is different. So
Wow.
I can't. I am.
That's true.
I am so unbiased that I realize my likes are not what the general audience want, and I have to I have to understand that you have to go with what the audience wants and to be successful. So I'm not upset.
Well, what a brave statement.
Yes, I'm not upset with Superman. It seems I'm very curious about this next weekend, how both movies do, because I don't think Super Fantastic is the thing. I don't think people are seeing both.
No, I think that whole Barbenheimer thing is stupid.
They say that Fantastic Four is looking to make 46 million something the second weekend, which
Superman just needs 71 million to break even. That's it, and it's golden.
Yeah, like
the Blu-ray Angel saw that thing like 33 times last I checked.
No, he's dick sucking. Yeah,
oh my lord, he loves that movie.
He's the dick sucker.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If
No,
that's
no,
what you
when
like.
you
I'm
talk
not. I'm impressed. 33 times. Oh my god. At least.
No, when
'Cause
you're that much
that was
Access
the number
Media,
like last week.
That's what they mean, the Access Media. He gets to go to all the red carpets. He makes a living off this stuff. Of course.
33 times, bro.
Max is jealous.
I'm not jealous. I don't want access. I mean, I would like not to work. Yeah, but I couldn't do that. I listen. I don't kiss ass. I kick ass here. And then said kicks my own ass.
But you said you don't want access because you want to be the common man, and then today
and I can't kiss that much ass. Not everyone does it. But majority kiss a lot of ass to get that access. Yeah.
You said you want to be the common man, but now you also just admitted you don't know what the audience wants. So like, what?
How can you be the common man if you don't know what the common man?
Yeah, you don't know what they want. You said you were wrong.
Shut up.
Okay.
Why do you let these poor boys on this stream?
I don't know.
They're too damn logical.
Nah,
wow.
I didn't know they had time for much. They've been
No,
busy
but like
this week. And I don't want to hear about
honest,
that shit.
I think
don't know.
I think with Fantastic Four.
Careful, Max. Careful. The legal
I am being
department's
careful.
having discussion about
I am
this
being
topic.
careful.
Is someone bringing something up?
No,
Are we sure?
Hey,
I've been avoiding the internet after I saw some stuff. I'm like, oh shit.
RJ's been getting really popular. That's all I'll say.
All right.
I just want to
stream soon anyway.
I just want to say I want to say this before you end the stream. My GoFundMe just passed $20,000.
That's great. Go if you can support Sean and his family. Help them with this health scare. Thank you for sharing, Sean. I wish you and your family the best.
All the best, Sean. That's awful. I'm sorry to hear.
Hey,
that.
if anything you can do is just share the link on your social medias, that'd be cool too. If you can't donate, sharing is just as good.
All I say about Fantastic Four, all it needs to do is just beat the
Step on a
2005.
GoFundMe campaign, Anthony. Great.
No, I don't care. It's fine. He had a
The
thought
thing that happens
track,
when I post
and
it,
he
it's
was
so long
focusing.
that it
Yeah, what the hell? I can't link that.
I don't know what it's doing.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Why did it give you three different
Why'd you do
links?
that,
That's
Matt?
weird.
That's
I don't
what,
know.
let me refresh it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Way too hard.
yeah, that's weird. I don't know if it has something to do with the
Let me try this again.
Maybe because the link is too big. Maybe perhaps.
No, it's weird because all I did was give it the No, I just
It's
did it
still doing
again in the private chat,
Yeah,
but
that's weird.
it's
Let me see.
weird.
So Sean,
Oh wait,
Anyway.
let me-
before we end the show, Sean, I have a question for you.
Oh shit, here we go.
So, would you, if you, never mind. I was gonna ask something really stupid.
No, ask.
You
There it
you
goes.
made it. You made it. You did it. You started it. Go.
Yeah, you opened up that
Sean,
can of worms. Go.
Would you ever like to meet James Gunn and potentially interact with him at Comic-Con?
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
I would
Legal department
love
doesn't
to
approve
because
this-
I
Oh,
would
come on.
literally ask him
No,
why
RJ,
he
you little
made the
shit
choices
stir.
he made.
With the
Yeah.
look.
I don't. I'll do what I think you're due to do.
Come on, guys. This is not to be discussed on this platform. That you were well aware of that.
Yes. Yeah,
You'll be getting-
RJ.
you'll be
No,
getting
but
a
actually,
first-ordered email
if it's
right
not
after
alluding
this
to something
stream.
else, I would love Sean to interview James Gunn.
No, because I wouldn't hold back though. That's the thing. I'm not going to be like the real
Access Media?
rejects and all these guys that are just, the whole time. I'm going to be like,
Sean
dude, no
wouldn't
way.
do a good interview of James Gunn because he has a bias against him. A good interview of James Gunn is an
Would be me.
unbiased, even-handed interview.
Yeah,
It's
like
you
me.
ask him
No, a
questions.
good
I would be the
interview
best
with
interviewer
James
James
Gunn
Gunn
would
ever
be
had.
no. A good interview with James Gunn would be RJ and Max together asking him questions, and that's it.
Okay, that's
That'll be
fair.
a
RJ's
nightmare for
biased
him.
too. The other
I
way.
would be a great
I don't think
interview.
he's bi-
I don't know if you've seen like the interviews that I've done on my channel of other film industry people and stuff. I have no problem because I can talk the lingo, and he wouldn't be able to pull some bullshit fast one on me. That's the thing.
What would you
Oh,
ask him? Let's practice. What would be the first thing? you
honestly, I would just be like, why the cursing? Why? Like none of it drives the story as from a writing standpoint.
Yeah.
And none of it you could have taken every curse word out of the movie.
Kevin.
It would not have changed the film. Why, when you say it's a kids film and you bring in the dog and you're gearing towards little kids, are you going to
That's
have
funny.
them curse? And that would be like my only question. I'd say, give me a real explanation other than, well, they just hear that anyway in everyday life, because that is horseshit. You don't do that. They didn't do it in Christopher Reeve's film. They didn't do it in Superman
I think the
Returns.
general
PG.
public
That
likes
was
the
PG.
swearing. I think they like it though. I think
So
the
I would
younger
have
audience
this.
like it.
I would have a similar question. I would phrase it in a more diplomatic manner. I'd say, look, you made the creative decision to have swearing in the film, and that's part of your vision. And I get that. Surely you must have considered the fact that there are children and that kind of thing, and that you potentially could alienate a part of the audience by having swearing. Why did you think that was important enough to do that? You just phrase that. That's a legitimate question.
No, it's a legitimate question, and that's how I would phrase it. I mean, I know I paraphrased when I was, but it's the same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy. Like
They're gonna think you're
Guardians of the
definitive
Galaxy
mothers
3
against cursing
does not
in this
change
movie.
at all if you take the F-bomb out. That he took pride. If you look at he said it. I was so proud that I was the first person to ever do that in a movie. Why? Like, why is that? What
funny.
moment makes
Because
that
it's
proud?
funny. Because it's funny.
The
The joke is
bad.
the joke.
I
The
think
joke
it's
is
comedy.
the-
It's low hanging fruit comedy.
It's
to me.
low
No,
hanging fruit.
It's the joke is that the joke. Okay, first of all, I've explained this several times. Okay, the
I
joke.
gotta end.
The joke of the Chris Pratt, the F word, was the idea that this guy is such a kind of like ass backwards type of dude that he doesn't curse with big end of the universe situations, but he'll get so frustrated when he's trying to open a door. That's when the curse word comes out.
I get that.
Okay,
It's
so that-
stupid. It
No,
didn't
it's not.
drive the
No, it's
story.
not. That's
All right, I'm
it
calling
drives
it.
the
I'm calling
character.
We're
It
going in
shows you.
circles.
No, don't do this. It drives the character. It tells you something about the character of what
That
his priorities
dinosaur
are.
up. Got that
Characters
dinosaur up
drive
right now.
No, characters
Drive-
drive story. Characters tell the story. So if you're
The
having a
meteor's
character moment,
coming.
if you do something that tells you something about the character, something like Mr. Superman, oh gee golly gosh,
Not what he's
but
saying,
super
Cheeseman.
shit, and he'll
He
say the
likes
curse
to
word
insert movies, but
actually
not-
bothers him.
Okay.
That tells you something about Superman. That's why the curse word.
All right, you have 30 seconds, Raptor.
I did it. I already did it.
All right,
The
go
meteor's
yours.
coming.
Let me see, Sean's. This one actually works, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll
don't
share
do.
that.
Go share the GoFundMe.
Yeah, just share it. Guys, I don't expect people to dump money into it. I just share it. It's
You-
she's
Yeah, even sharing the thoughts, read about it so you can know what's going on. Thank you for
Yeah, I
sharing
mean,
that part of your family.
we're having a pretty crazy surgery on August 11th, and there's a chance my wife's entire right lung is going to be removed.
Oh, wow. That's
So
pretty serious.
yeah, cancer sucks, guys.
Jesus, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Non-smoker.
Just share it on Twitter or something. I'm not on Twitter anymore, but share it. You don't have to donate to it. That's totally cool. We've gotten a lot of support thus far, so really good. I have a lot of people from Sony, a lot of people from Netflix, a lot of if you went through my list of donations, you'd see a lot of really cool people.
That's great. That's cool too when your industry supports you like that. So
Yeah,
I'm glad
they really have stepped up. I was shocked. So
RJ, get that link to James Gunn.